Hello, everybody, and happy Father's Day to all the dads all over the world. I'm here to say we see what you do. We appreciate you guys for your effort that you put in to make sure that your children are okay. For those who are still to become dads, we want you guys to start learning how to be a good dad. It doesn't come overnight. It's something you intentionally do. Because remember, the Bible tells us in Proverbs 13 verse 22 that a good dad leaves an inheritance to his children's children. When we talk about inheritance, it's not only material things. Though it's very important that a dad leaves something, a legacy, which can also include what? Properties, financial, economic power, to his children that can pass on to his own children's children. It's very imperative that as a dad, remember and start thinking about the legacy you're going to leave behind. Even as we celebrate you guys today for all the hard work you guys do. I don't want to say some are just sperm donors, which all of us know that, but we want to appreciate you guys for everything you do. And I'm here to also remember that the children should also always say, appreciate their dad, because the Bible says, honor your father and mother so you might live long. Whether that father was there for you or not, if you are a daughter or a son, listen to me. Appreciate the one that God used to bring you onto this earth. God doesn't make mistakes. Whether you came through rape, you came through a bitter relationship, whether you were abandoned when you were a child, remember that God's word does not change. So call that father of yours, appreciate him, just do your best. Because when there's a promise attached to a command, you don't have the choice but to obey that command. When the Bible tells us in this Proverb 13 verse 22 that a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. While you are leaving those material things, while you are leaving those houses, while you are leaving that money in the bank for your children, please remember to live what they call wisdom, good character, live faith. Leave something that child can hold on to in your absence. Can that child stand on his feet in your absence? Leave something they call what? Values, good values for that child, because they will need it in your absence. I always tell anybody who knows me that my father died a little 5 to 6 years ago. And if I have to come back to this earth 100 times, I want to come back through that man. I want to come back through that father of mine who passed on. He was a good man. Whenever I think about him, I smile all the time, because I can hear his voice. Can your child hear your voice? Can your child remember the time that he has spent with you on a one-on-one when you're pouring into them? Can that child remember the values that you've poured into them? Can your child remember the time that you prayed with them, that you sang a gospel song with them, that you asked them to read the Bible verse and just share it together with them? Let me tell you guys something. When I was a young girl in primary school, every night we had Bible study with our dad. You will have to read your own Bible chapter for that day, and he will give you the chance to explain what you think about that Bible chapter. He will sing a song, and he will teach us how to sing that song, and he will be drumming. The table will be the drum that he will be using to drum while we sing. I loved my dad so much that he could never do anything wrong in my eyes. And all my siblings know that. So if you come to me and tell me that man was not my dad, you are wasting your time. Because the way he loved me, he poured into me values that no storm, no tribulation, no problem can take away. And that's what I'm telling all the dads today. Even as you love your children, you want to give them gold and silver. Pour into them those values. Draw them closer to Jesus. Because Jesus is the rock that they will lean on when the storms of life show up. Because they will definitely show up. Do not make them to always lean on you. Whenever my child is going through something and they will say, Mom, I want you to pray for me. The first thing I'll tell them is, I want you to pray for yourself. Tell God what you want him to do for you. Even though I will back up their prayers, I always want them to tell God what they want God to do in that situation. I'm intentional about what I do or what I say to them when it comes to them leaning on me for help. Even when they are sick and I'm praying, I will tell them, open your mouth and tell God what you want him to do in this sickness. Those are values my dad poured into us without him even knowing. We had scriptures written in a hallway as you're walking into our home. The first thing you see is Psalms 23. There were Psalms written, and as we're kids, as we were running into the house, we're reading those Psalms. As we're running out, we're reading those Psalms. We didn't know that it was taking hold of us. We didn't know that the word was becoming life. That those Psalms, those Bible verses written on the whole way were doing something in our spirit and our soul. That's why it was easy for me to give my life to Christ. That's why my brother is the first Akon priest. When he went and did not succeed, I'm not saying that this out of pride. I'm just saying the seed was sown when that child was a young child. Things do not just happen. They are not coincidences. So the seed you sow in your child today, you might think that they are not, growing. But when you sow the seed, let God do the work. Let God do the work. Because he saw the seed being sown. And when the time comes, that seed will bloom. So happy Father's Day to all the dads again. But I want you to remember this. Whether you are in love with that woman or the mother of the child or not, sow your seed. Sow values, good character, wisdom, basic etiquette that they will hold on to in your absence. And that when you are long gone, when they think about you, they will hear your voice in their heart and their soul, telling them what to do in your absence. Love those children. Cherish them. Your behavior towards their mother doesn't have to determine how you treat your child. You are the one who brought that child to this earth. As a father, even as we applaud you and cherish you today, remember the legacy you will leave behind when all is said and done. You are a blessing to those children. Allow them to call you blessed. Allow them to flourish by what you pour into them. So God bless you all, fathers. We cherish and adore you. Bye-bye for now.